So, welcome. We are getting to we're almost at the end of 2023, and a lot of websites, a lot of magazines are already publishing end of year lists. But not here at Metal Epidemic, Duncan. Not here. No.
No, the
we are
year's
not.
just beginning, Dave. Like
We
the
are
music
gonna-
has not stopped this year at all, and every time you think, you know what, we could probably start getting stuff together. I mean, nothing really comes at the end of the year. The brakes are off.
Yes, we are going to squeeze every last drop of music out of 2023, because there's still stuff to come. There's still some really great releases to come in December. One of which, Duncan, is a little album called "And Everything in Between" by a German progressive metal band, Unprocessed. Joining us this evening, the guys from Unprocessed. Guys, how are you doing?
Good.
I'm good, yeah. Thank you for having us.
Pleasure, absolute pleasure. Just for the people watching, can you just introduce yourself, who you are and what you do in the band?
Hi, guys. I'm Leon. I play drums and Unprocessed.
I'm Manuel, and I do vocals and guitar.
Awesome. So you are you're based in Germany. Whereabouts in Germany are you?
Yeah, it's pretty close to Frankfurt. It's called Wiesbaden.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Very nice. I've no idea where that is, but it sounds nice.
It's just like, it's middle.
Pretty central, yeah.
West middle.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
So what time is it over there? Is there a time difference between us and you guys?
Yeah, I think it's like 1 hour or
It's
something.
8:30 over
yeah.
here. Yeah.
Ah, nice. Okay, nice. Still nice and early. Plenty of time to chat.
When you're a musician, this is the morning.
Yeah, the day just started,
Dude.
basically.
Absolutely.
Nice. We've both been kind of chatting on and off for the last few months about the band, about the new album, which is due to drop on December 1st. But I'm assuming you guys have had a pretty kind of busy year, because your previous album, Gold, that just came out like last year. Was
Right, yeah.
was it always the intention to kind of follow that album up so quickly?
No, not really.
No?
I mean, not really, no. I mean, I think we came home from tour last year in October. We did US with Polyphia, and afterwards Scandinavia with Pliny.
Oh yeah.
And after that, we just wanted to write heavy music again. It was just like natural. It was natural, actually. It was not forced, or no one told us to write something. It was just like intentionally. Just okay. I'm sitting here in front of the computer in my studio. I just have to do what I love.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was natural for sure.
It's always nice when the next release comes so quick, but we didn't plan on doing it within, I don't know, what is it, 14 months?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a quick turnaround. How much is so you mentioned obviously playing alongside bands like Polyphia. How much is it being around inspirational musicians that really fuels you when you come back off tour to get back to writing? Do you feel like touring with bands like that force you to kind of put yourself in that creative headspace of kind of whilst listening to them play live on stage, come up with new ideas, new dynamics, new themes that you're going to bring into the next album?
Absolutely. It's always like that. Like when you play a show, and it doesn't have to do something with the band itself, like with the band you play. You just have to do something with like the energy and like the crowd like rise. Or like even if you are on stage and you draw like inspiration from that situation, you immediately can do something with it. And in my opinion, in my case, it was that last year, because we played like lots of shows with songs from the previous record called Gold, and I was like, yeah, that's pretty cool, but not really exciting, because it's just like not heavy and like not you don't get the crowd like that going when you do like breakdowns or something. So I was like, yeah, dude, I'm like 100% stoked to do like super heavy music again. So
I remember
like
those talks.
yeah, and also like bands, when you play with bands, you immediately get your inspiration from that. If you want, like, yeah, unintentionally, like if you want that or if you don't want that, because you hear it like every evening. So it's just, it, gets your blood running for sure.
Yeah, it's a good thing though. I'm always wary of musicians that say that when they go out on tour, they don't really learn anything or they don't bring any experiences back. To me, that as a musician is fuel for the fire, surely, because you get to travel the world, you're in different environments that you wouldn't see in any other walk of life. You're interacting with people who are vibing on your energy night after night. And those experiences of like sharing the stage, you imagine that comes through. The other thing is, kind of somewhat by releasing something that isn't as heavy as this before, it kind of contextualizes things. It kind of puts things into perspective.
For sure.
Like the next thing can allow you to take that extreme. Bands that always stay on that extreme level of metal, I think fans become a bit jaded to that after a while, and like they're constantly looking for the next push to go heavier. And sometimes you've pushed things as heavy as you can go. Having that dynamic texture of quieter songs or things that are more introspective and leading to bigger ones, which this album is full of. I think that kind of, in terms of like from a writing perspective, how quick does something like this turn around? Because there's a lot of really, you guys are known for your intricate work already, but there's a lot of really, really intricate songwriting, guitar playing, drum playing on this one. How long does it take to turn around an album as complex as this?
So when it comes to like I will break it down for you guys. Yeah. I will split it into like songs and record.
Yeah.
Song wise, it will be like, it can be a few hours and it can be like a few weeks. And sometimes like the most simple songs are taking the longer time.
Sure, yeah.
And songs, I'm not quite sure, like, do you guys know the song Abandoned by the Artificial Void record? That song was written in like a few hours, like 5 or 6 hours. And it's it's one of our like most intricate songs. And because it's just like, it's flowing. So I don't know, it can't be that way and it can be like the other way. But I don't know, we are like capable of writing a full record in like,
2-3 months maybe.
Yeah, 2-3 months.
Right.
Because
Essentially that's the time it took to write the newest one. And as Manu said, like it just flowed, and we knew we wanted to do like not 16 songs, but a little bit less this time, and keep it like short and concise. So I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's like if you feel forced to write a record or to write songs, it can last like, I don't know, maybe 3, 4, 5 years.
Yeah.
But if you're like really into like, okay, I'm gonna do that because I want that, then it's easy.
Yeah.
This is what I always like tell people when they like ask about like a writer's block or something. If you have that, allow yourself to have that, because it is good to have that.
Yeah.
But otherwise, it's just like, if you don't have that, just write, and it will be cool for sure.
Yeah. Sorry to go off topic here. I just realised, like, I'm sitting here with my bottle of Stella. You guys look really sophisticated sitting there with your wine glasses. Like,
yeah, that was actually also unintentionally.
Yeah, I don't know.
A little bit, but yeah, that's wine. I'm actually not a wine guy though. Like I'm not a wine guy.
That would be me.
Yeah, he's like the wine guy. I drink I'm not the biggest beer guy, but I'm like recently when I eat a schnitzel, I like my Hefeweizen and beer.
Nice.
That's cool. But I'm new to the beer and wine scene.
Well, you're in the right place, to be honest with you.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you're going to take up beer, Germany's not the worst place to be.
No, that's right. But if you're surrounded by it all the time, you don't see the forest with all the trees.
Yeah. We've been lucky enough, obviously, to hear the album. We've got a review of the album coming soon as well. And I was quite surprised because I'd heard Gold previously, and then I heard Thrash when it was released, one of the first single, and I was kind of like, oh shit, right, okay, we're going heavier here for this album, for sure. but as obviously you've released a few singles now, and even like the tracks you've released aren't even maybe the heaviest that the album goes. There's another track on the album which is like no clean vocals, nothing like that. Was to kind of hold a track like that back, was that done on purpose to, like, you know, when the album drops, fans are going to be like, oh shit, like that's a kind of what the fuck kind of moment when they hear the album?
No, everything on that record is totally not by like purpose. Like it is on purpose, but it's just like not okay. Now we are going to write like a viral moment. Now we're going to like write like a song that has like no clean singing at all.
Yeah.
That's not the thing. Like that, I think this record is the only record that is like completely free from like, okay, what are the people thinking about that?
Yeah.
This is just like completely free. I think what is also like a record that was like completely free from that mind was the first official one was Covenant. But yeah.
Obviously, while I'm on the topic of heaviness, I need to ask
Sure.
about the guitar tone on the album, because it is
Crushing.
It is incredible. Like, what a absolutely powerhouse of a guitar tone you have
Thanks.
on the album. Just, I love the tone of it. And like when I was sitting listening to it, I was kind of trying to kind of deconstruct it in my head. It's not like a stereotypical kind of metal sounding tone. It's almost like a hybrid of like clean and distorted, but like I watched you did a playthrough video of thrash, and I was like, when I was watching that, I was like, it's a 6-string guitar you're using as well. I was just like, how does it sound so heavy, 6-string guitar, and the tone of the guitar is incredible. How did the kind of tone come around? How was that created?
Well, the first thing is, well, guitar wise, we're using like the Strat kind of sound to have that precision and the percussiveness. And one thing about that, like when it came to guitar tones, we were not using guitar plugins at all. It was like tubes.
Yeah.
And I used one little thing. I can actually show it to you.
Oh, cool.
It's standing right.
It's standing right here. You guys see the amp over there?
Yeah.
Okay, so it is recorded with that amp, but it's not a common amp. It is Synergy. You guys are familiar with Synergy?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so Synergy is having this thing where you can actually buy models by different amp companies.
All right.
And it's that specific model, and that is the tone of the record.
Nice.
That is the Synergy module, like the Synergy itself module. Synergy has like models from like Angle and I think Marshall or like Mesa Boogie.
Yeah.
So it's like really sick. You put that into your amp, and you got like different sound from like different amps with tubes.
Right.
Yeah,
I think
it's fucking sick, man.
Yeah, and
It's like, I don't know, it's hybrid models of amps, and the specific one is one of Synergy themselves.
Yeah.
And I don't know, Manu started working with them, I don't know, a few years back now. And
Yeah.
When did you get your hand on this one? Because I remember when you had it, you were like, fucking hell, that sounds amazing.
I think actually like the guy who's like taking care of me for a couple of things, he's called Stefan Killermann. Okay. He's also I think the chiefs and the manager of the Guitar Summit in Germany. Yeah, he hooked me up with the it's called 2CP module, and he was like, yeah, you have to check that out. That one is amazing. And I was like, okay. And yeah, then I had the tone for the record. Like I knew it immediately. I have to do that. That was sick. Because it's just like, it's not, it's like not deathcore, metalcore distortion. Yep. It's more, I take like everything from the body of the guitar and take it into one and just,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very natural sounding, it doesn't sound overly processed. Like you hear a lot of kind of djentier kind of albums that the tone is very processed. This doesn't sound like that. There's a lot of kind of natural kind of warmth and stuff to it, which I really liked. Sounds like incredible.
Thanks. Yeah.
One last question on thrash, and then I'll move on for that. I'm talking about that a lot, but and you can tell me this honestly. This is just between us, obviously, and the internet. But when you were recording the album, obviously there's that kind of one part on the track where it goes like insanely fast. How many times did that take you to get the take that you wanted on that? Was it like a one and done, or did you need a few goes at it?
No, that was. I don't want to sound like an asshole, but no, actually, it wasn't hard. Like it was
really?
not hard at all.
I think
it was
that's
just
probably
like
one of the easiest.
Yeah, actually, it is one of the easiest parts. It is like no shit. It's just thrash metal. It's just like Slayer, but like clean. And what it sounds like, and the sound itself, what is like so surprising about it is that it is so like percussive and clean in a way, and that automatically made people like, oh wow, that's like super hard to play, but it's not. It's just like, it's just like super fast. That's it.
Yeah. It looks difficult for a non-guitarist. It looks very difficult.
Yeah, I think like for a non-guitarist, it probably looked difficult, but you know, it's just easy, like easily. It's just Slayer clean. It's just like Slayer clean.
Yeah,
that's it.
So when it comes to releasing an album this late in the year, how does that have an impact in terms of what you immediately do afterwards? So you see bands that'll target, or record labels that'll target, you know, a spring release so bands can get out on festival tours throughout the summer and into the autumn. Yours is obviously coming out, you know, within spitting distance of the end of the year. Does that mean as a group you have to pretty much get ready to tour as of January, or is there a bit of time built in there that you can release the album, let the audience consume it, get used to it, breathe in it a little bit, and then start programming stuff for kind of late winter, early spring? How's that looking for you next year?
I mean, it's the first time that we're releasing this late in the year. We're usually releasing summer, like end of summer.
True.
And I just think first of all, we're independent now, so we can do whatever the fuck we want. Mm-hmm. And so we just said, okay, 1st of December it is. And we're going on tour with Tesseract in January, February through Europe.
Yeah.
It will be great. So there will be like 1.5, 2 months for the people to let the album like sit and like get used to it and get hyped for it to see it live. And that will be super cool. And then we'll do a headliner in the States in April. Mm-hmm. And then, I mean, we got some stuff planned for the rest of the year, which is not announced yet. But I don't know. I think it just sets you up for a good following year to have the album out. And I think maybe, like, I don't know, obviously, but maybe people have the time to listen to it extensively over the Christmas period, you know, stuff like that. It is a Christmas album, essentially. So.
I mean, it's a record for everyone.
Yeah.
Just have a nice family gathering and eat your turkey
with some metal.
I think as well, like that tour, that Tesseract tour is just going to be the most insane tour ever, because those guys are really kind of hitting their stride at the moment, releasing probably the best album they've put out to date. They're going to have the Callous Dow Boys out with them, who are an absolute riot on record. Like, that stuff is all over the place and really fun. And then you guys are swinging out with arguably the heaviest thing that you guys have ever done as well. It's just going to be an incredibly heavy and technically like fans are going to love it because you're going to be able to headbang to it. Musicians are going to love it because you're going to be sitting there like taking in all the eccentricities that you're doing as musicians. Is there a band that you're hoping to get out with, either in support of or them supporting you in 2024, 2025, that, you know, if you could pick one band at the moment, it would be these guys in either capacity?
Bring Me the Horizon.
Yeah.
Nice.
100%.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is that would be
That would be insane,
fucking
straight up
amazing.
insane, yeah.
And when it comes to like just for musical things and stuff, I would love to tour with Loath.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, nice.
No, I think Bring Me the Horizon it is for me as well. And supporting Tesseract, we basically played with every like major prog band like in the Djent realm. So we kind of tick this off and
Wait a second, we actually play with Tesseract.
yeah, we played with them before, but not like
No,
touring.
we haven't.
That was like way back, but now it's like the first proper support, I would say. And then I think like Bad Omens would be cool, just from the from the vocal perspective. I really enjoyed that last
people
album.
probably would hate us,
I don't know.
but dude, when it just comes like there, I don't know. Musical side and also like the emotional side for me would be Deftones.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
that would be great as well.
And
Massive Attack.
Dude, yeah, I mean, emotional side, Massive Attack, and Unrealistic Dreams, Metallica for sure.
Like you guys, like that's the other thing about your sound that's because you bring so much to what you do, and you cross so many genres in what you do as well. It means that you can really tailor a set list to kind of fit in with a lot of different scenes. It probably isn't a conscious thing that you're doing, but like, are you aware of that when it comes to touring with a band? Are you already thinking about, right, like we could play these songs here which would appeal to the crowd and then slip in a couple of these songs which are going to challenge them, get them into something a little bit heavier, or vice versa, like we're going to start off really kind of winning them over with the heavy stuff and then start incorporating some of the older material? How much of that is it a case of like, we're just going to sit down, work through a list of tracks, pick our favourites to do on the tour and go out and do that?
Yeah, we could do that, but on the other side, it's just like a question of maybe we should just pick the songs always, like even on festivals that just like 100% unprocessed.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it's a very good thing to be special.
Yeah.
Imagine playing on one of the biggest festivals ever. I don't know, like Lollapalooza or the one in the fucking nowhere in the US. What's it
You
called?
mean what is it? God, we were stuck in the fucking traffic jam
Yeah,
at that festival.
we were-
didn't play there.
Coachella.
Coachella, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like imagine playing there and just pleasing the people.
Yeah.
They
Standing
would
out.
hear that 100 times and maybe better.
Yeah.
But if we would play like the 100% in process set list,
Yeah.
we might take some like real fans from that. But on the other side, what is 100% in process? Like I stick to like maybe not every song, but like 99% of the songs we ever put out, I stick to that. But on the other side, we just have to be careful about like what is 100% in process.
And it's also at this point like, what do the people want to hear? Because there are for sure some classics. Like
Yeah.
Dead Rose would always like to play. There's Abandon that lots of people love. Rain, Haven is like a really special one for us, at least. It's not the most well-known song, but it slaps. It just slaps. It's always the closer, and stuff like that. So we got a big catalog to pick from, and then obviously on the Tesseract tour, for example, we'll play loads of new songs.
Yeah.
Just promoting the album, and then on the headline run, it's completely different because you got more time. People are there for you, and you can basically play whatever you want.
Yeah. Obviously, the new album has jumped up kind of in heaviness from the previous one, but I'd say this album also has some of your kind of biggest melodic hooks that I've heard from you guys. Vocally, I thought it was incredible. I feel like you're like vocally, you've kind of taken your voice to that kind of next level. The kind of range, the choice of melody, the mixture of vocal tones, even the amount of emotion in your voice as well. All just kind of adds something special to the album. It kept me kind of hooked into it the whole time. Did you kind of tackle this one any differently from previous albums vocally?
First of all, thank you so much, man. That really, means something because I was putting myself into a situation right there when I recorded the vocals for sure.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to sound like Next Level.
Yeah.
Because we all I always felt like the vocals are like the weakest point when it comes to like Unprocessed, because everything was like so fucking sick, so I had to put the vocals out there.
Yeah.
But what was the question? Sorry.
Did you tackle this any differently from previous?
Oh
albums?
yeah, absolutely, 100%. Like I was doing so many takes for just phrases, and
you were just singing a lot in general, like
I was singing. Yeah, I was singing
like all day, every day.
I was singing a lot, and I also was like, "Yo, there are like so many fucking great vocalists out there. Like, I'm not competing, so I have to step up the game because otherwise, Jesus." But yeah, I tried.
Yeah, so definitely you can hear the difference on this one, even in the just in your confidence as a vocalist as well. You can hear it coming across on this album. Am I also right in saying that you guys have like recorded, produced the album yourselves? It was all kind of in-house.
Yeah, it's like for this one, it's 100% DIY.
Wow.
So to say. Yeah.
That's kind of incredible. It's like the production of the album is probably my favorite production you've had to date.
Thank you.
Is it all kind of like in like a home studio type idea you've got, or do you go somewhere to record? Or
right there.
Oh yeah, perfect. Wow.
And our rehearsal space for drums. So
how hard is it to do that for your own material? Like some bands enjoy the ability to have like someone who's not in the band out with recording, so they almost have a kind of impartial stance on things. But if you're working collectively musically, how difficult is it not to step on each other's toes and say, well, actually I think that's that bit should be crunchier and heavier, and someone else is like, well, no, I disagree with that. Is that a concern, or did you actually all find yourself pretty much agreeing with everything across the board?
For that record, actually, I think I just started writing, and these guys were like, yeah, just do whatever.
Yeah.
And it was so sick because I had this vision of like those songs, and it's pretty cool because we share like the same vision. So it's not like I'm writing and I'm like not listening to you guys, whatever. Like I was writing it, producing it, and send the almost like final versions of the songs to the guys, and they were like, yeah, sure. And sometimes like when it comes to like drum parts, like he's saying something like,
let's talk drums. That's what I'm interested in.
He's something, like he says something like, yeah, I'm like no fucking drummer ever can play that shit, so I'm gonna play it real. And we agreed on like doing like the drums live, as we did for like Gold and Artificial Void.
Yeah.
So he has to play that shit. Yeah. So I'm programming it, and he's like, you just play his parts like a real drummer would play it like.
Yeah. And then at some point I'll just sprinkle in my percents of
what
I think is better. But I think at this point we did so much music together, and we've known each other for such a long time.
Yeah,
it's
I think
the communication is like not on a verbal level. We just vibe on the same things in general. So I don't know, it just works out super well.
Yeah, absolutely. I think when I program like the drums, like there's a little Leon in the interface.
Yeah. He knows what I would do, and like for demo purposes it's great, but like then I can take it and first of all humanize it, and then add my stuff to it. And on this record especially, I think like I had more of myself in this than ever
100%.
before.
Yeah,
so I'm really, really happy.
And also with the bass, like when I do the writing, I write it with a bass, like with normal bass parts, and Dave, he's just like writing, like not writing it all, but like he's taking his approach to like the riffs and just like send it to me over, and then I say back, yo, do that differently, and it's like, all right. And like I don't know, like that process of that record was super fast because it was like starting it here, almost finishing like to the max point, sending it to Leon and to David, and they both record the parts and send it to me here, and it's done.
Yeah.
So it was like super fast. And after we and vocal wise, sometimes I just like sang little demos with like shitty fun lyrics.
Yeah.
Showed it to the boys especially when it came to like choruses. David, he was like writing the lyrics and he sent it to me over, and I was immediately singing it here. And yeah, then the song was done. So it was like super fast.
Yeah. Awesome. You obviously had a couple of guests on the album as well. A certain Tim Henson and Scott LePage from Polyphia. You'd worked with Tim before, is that right?
Yes.
Yeah, you worked with him before. In terms of the tracks they collaborated on this album, did you write the songs together, or was it like, did they bring parts in, and then how did that work?
And they just brought in their parts.
Yeah.
Like we wrote, or Manu wrote the song.
Okay.
And then we all picked the places where we wanted the parts.
Yeah.
And then they got the song, and I don't know, it was Tim just did his thing, and then Scotty obviously did that monster of a solo over the chorus.
Yeah.
And it's, I don't know, it's just insane.
That one was actually almost intentional because I started like writing the riff and like the song, and I was like, okay, Tim and Scott should be on that one. Because it was like, I just had that approach, you know, like Tim and Scott are like both one of the most, if not the most influential and like best guitarists of our time, you know?
Yeah.
And it was just like a guitar song, and I just had to put them on the record.
Yeah.
And we were like on tour, and we showed them the full record in their van, and yeah, they liked it, and they were like, okay, yeah, we're doing that part. So I was like, wow, that's sick. Such an honor, because yeah, much love to the Polyphia boys. They helped us more than
anyone else, basically.
I mean, I would say management kudos and like Polyphia kudos.
Yes.
Everyone else, not really. But no, they were like, you know, yeah, a big help for us.
Yeah. Yeah, it must be quite a kind of rewarding experience if you're doing everything yourself, from the writing to the production to, as you said, you're now independent with no label. Has it been quite a kind of smooth process doing everything yourself, or has it been quite intense? Or
best ever?
Yeah. We love it,
dude. Yeah. It's so fucking chill.
Like imagine all the energy you spend on like communicating with everyone and just like convincing them of your idea and what you want to do, and instead of wasting your energy on that, you're just doing it, and then it's done by the point you would normally just be, okay, let's start doing this. You're done already. And I don't know, I feel like with this album it's like the most intuitive in a way.
Yeah,
we just did what we want to do, and same with the release campaign so far, because it's like pretty short, like every 4 weeks a new single. And it's I don't know, we just wanted to do it like that, and we did it.
Yeah, it's so DIY, like go with the guts, just like, you know, gut feeling record.
Yeah, there's nothing worse than like you see it every now and again where you'll see promotional shots which are clearly a studio's idea, and the band do not want to be there and are wearing clothes that they would never wear. And you know, you can see behind their eyes there's a small part of their soul dying, because if had it been left to them, it would be completely different. It'd be more themselves. I love that. I love that approach. I love that idea of, you know, kind of taking back control, and really the success of it is on your shoulders. You've got the vision and the artistic control to make it happen, and that in some way will make you more motivated to do things, and you can see like I say, you can see certain bands that are just kind of going through the motions, and that kind of works its way into the music. So I for one cannot wait to see the new material live. It's going to be absolutely killer. I know that for a fact.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think you are on a winner here when people hear this. I can't imagine anyone not headbanging over Christmas. I think that's as I will be anyway. Let's put it that way. So
absolutely. We Duncan and I will definitely be at the Glasgow show for sure.
Right.
In February. Can't wait for that.
Yeah, let's catch up.
Absolutely.
Are you guys having guest lists?
We should be. We'll speak to the people in the know.
Yes,
Yeah.
let's make it happen.
If not,
let us know.
yeah.
Sure.
If beer's on the table, we're having beer.
Yeah,
Or wine. Hey, listen,
wine.
I will
or
drink wine as well. Oh.
No, I mean, you can just bring some local specialties and
yeah.
whatever you
Talking.
like to drink in
Now
Glasgow,
you're
like
talking.
the real insider shit.
wait a second. We played in Glasgow before,
Yeah,
right?
we played there in 2020.
Ah, cool.
Do you know?
Polyphia, St. Luke's,
Yeah.
like the church with with the fucking organ in the back.
Yeah. It's
that
Remember
show?
that?
Wow.
That was so cool, yeah.
That was one of the best shows we played ever.
Yeah. It's a cool venue. It's a really
is.
cool venue. You guys are now playing out at the SWG3, which is also a really cool venue.
Nice.
Also a lot bigger. So
Well, yeah.
It's-
I mean,
How big is how big was the Glasgow show?
I don't know, maybe 500-600, maybe. I don't know what the cap is on this one, but it was like one of the bigger ones of this run.
Yeah, I
Like
cannot.
500-600, I guess. Yeah.
For me, it's just like so weird because you played that shows in the past, and it was like, wow, it's so like so
fucking
many
huge,
people,
yeah.
and now you play like bigger shows, and you kind of loses like you kind of lose the
relation to it.
yeah, the relation to the amount of people.
Yeah.
You know.
But it's crazy, like when you remind yourself now and then, like how many people that actually is. It's like,
Yeah.
Nice. Do you have like a release show for the album? Do you have something that you're doing when the album comes out, or is it you're just holding off to the tour?
No,
yeah,
unfortunately
basically. I mean, we'll play the new stuff live for the first time with Tesseract.
Yeah.
And then we'll do a whole fucking release tour in the States in April. So that's plenty of release shows.
Yeah.
And I guess we'll just hang out on the day of release. And
the thing is,
celebrate it.
I have like a release interview and podcast with Nick Nocturnal on YouTube, which will be 11 p.m. So I'm not going out that day. Or maybe like after, I don't know.
Yeah.
We can go before.
Yeah, we can go before and after.
Whatever. Yeah, so yeah, it's no show, but we will have a good time.
Cool.
Excellent.
Nice. Okay, final thing. We are almost at the end of 2023. So I wanted to ask, do you have any favorite releases from this year from other bands that you've really enjoyed? What are like your favorite picks or favorite albums that you've heard in 2023?
Oh my god. Well, I think for me there's like not a metal release, but when it comes to metal, I would say Humanity's Last Breath.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's super
Buster.
sick.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, for me, it's for sure the last Sleep Token, and like I don't know, it was hard for me to get into it at first, but then just like clicked sometime, and then I didn't stop listening to it. And then the latest Spirit Box that came out like a few weeks ago.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Fucking insane.
Yeah.
So those are the two ones for me.
Ah, nice. I was the same with Sleep Token. I'd never really got it before. Like the first or the last release, I was like, yeah, it's okay, it's cool. But this one definitely connected with the newer one a bit more than I have done their previous albums. But I expect I'll probably see that one on quite a lot of end of year lists.
So it's already the lists that have been released so
Yeah.
far. It's already charting pretty high. So
Yeah.
No, it's insane for sure. I mean, I think for me it clicked when I saw it live for the first time because there's such an insane live band as well.
True.
It's like, I don't know.
Yeah, I'd like to see them live. Actually, I've never saw them live before, but yeah, that'd be cool.
Worth it, yeah.
Yeah. Nice one. And everything in between drops on December 1st. I will put links below to the band, the pre-order, all that sort of stuff, so you can check it out. Guys, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you on. Much appreciated. Thanks for taking some time out your day to chat to us.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks for having us.
Yeah,
It was
for
a
sure.
good talk.
Yeah, I wish you all the success with the album.
Yeah,
Thanks so much, guys.
Thanks.
We'll see you in Glasgow.
yeah.
Drinks are on, Duncan.
Fuck
Always.
Thanks. Looking forward to that.
Absolutely. Thanks, guys.
Right on.
Yeah!